What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host, Donovan Quick. And before we get started today, I do want to say thank you guys so much for showing all the love on last night's Jonathan Taylor video. You guys went crazy, and thank you guys so much for subbing, liking, sharing, commenting. Even if you guys disagree with what I got to say, in my opinion, I want to hear what you guys think. So keep on doing your thing and help us get to 1,000 subscribers before the season starts so we could drop our merch for y'all. All right, so for today, I actually went to the Dolphins' first training camp that was open to the fans. I just got back home. I was going to do this while at the training camp complex, but I was with my dad and my little brother, and he was being a little bit of a little brother. And so didn't have time to record at the stadium, but we will be doing that, me and Jacob together from now on at the training complex, post every training camp, open to the public, and we will let y'all know our thoughts. So what really stood out to me today was Jalen Phillips' first time back from the ankle injury. He took a couple days off to heal, and the dude was an absolute monster all over the field. Multiple run stops, getting to the quarterback fairly quickly. And so I'll go from the beginning to the end of practice. So to begin practice, obviously, you know, they have their individual workouts. I do want to say Brandon Jones looked crisp. He did not participate in team drills again, but in the individuals, he was moving very fluidly, very nifty, and just like he looked like he didn't have any kind of setback or lost a step. He didn't lose any steps. He's back to where he was before, if not a little bit quicker. Trill Williams did look a little bit slower, did look a little bit like he had a little bit of hesitation trying to put his foot in the ground. But, you know, maybe he's not there yet. Maybe it was just the drill and I was seeing things. I'm not exactly sure, but it was good to see him out there and participating in individuals. Once again, he did not participate in team drills. After that, that was what was right in front of the fans, as well as the defensive linemen, and there was Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb pretty much working on pass rush moves together in front of all the fans right there on the 40-yard line. It was really cool to see, actually. And then moving forward to the one-on-ones, first rep of one-on-one. It was funny because Tua wasn't the quarterback. I want to say it was either Skyler or Mike White. I couldn't tell. But Tyreek Hill just put the nastiest double move on Igbo and just absolutely left him in the dust. And yeah, that was that. And I was thinking, ooh, offense is going to bounce back today, because as we all know, on Friday, the defense just absolutely dominated that practice. And so, you know, we were looking forward to how would the offense bounce back today. And so I was thinking, wow, that's incredible. And during all the one-on-ones, I'm telling you, DBs were getting burnt left and right. It wasn't just Igbo. Howard had some tight coverage, but Waddle just somehow made catches over him. Didn't really see anybody significant line up against Tyreek. I didn't see X on Tyreek. I didn't see who else? I didn't see Cater on Tyreek. I saw Cater on almost everybody else. Cater looked really good today. He was wearing the orange jersey, and he showed up and showed out, obviously, on Friday. Good, well enough to get the orange jersey today. And man, oh man, he had some good coverage, but it was just, you know, good throws and good catches. And there was one, who was it? It was Waddle once again, just great move and tight coverage and just a dime of a throw over the shoulder. That was the first play of 11 on 11s. And then after that, I'm like, we had one or two good run plays in the first set of 11 on 11s, and after that, defensive line just absolutely shut down the run. Channing Tindall all over the place, David Long all over the place, and it was just crazy to watch. Even the safeties got involved in the run game pretty well. Elijah Campbell got burned a couple times. But man, the defensive line, it was a different ball game when the defensive line got got involved. Because, like I'm telling y'all, during the one-on-ones, I'm like, it was no contest. The offense just blew away the defense. But when it came time to get the defensive line, I mean, given our offensive line, you know, we just got Isaiah Wynn back off PUP today. That's breaking news, kind of. We're in the middle of the day now. But, yeah, so we pretty much had Isaiah Wynn, Austin Jackson, Kendall Lamb. Teron Armstead still on the PUP. He was doing individual drills. Nick Needham also on the PUP doing individual drills. Needham looked pretty good, in my opinion. Still kind of like slow, but, you know, for an Achilles injury, how he's not afraid to kind of put the foot in the ground. Really like that. Anyways, back to the 11-on-11s. It was a different ball game when the defensive line was there, just putting pressure on the quarterback, run stuffing. It was just nonstop. And then we had really good tight coverage all down the field, all practice long. So whenever there was a ball that was caught, it was a good throw and a good catch. There was one, bro. I don't know how Mike White and Myles Gaskin got this throw off. Myles Gaskin, with not even an inch of room to catch this ball in the end zone from Mike White on a little fade, and Channing Tindall's hand, like right there. Perfect coverage. Couldn't have put the ball any better. Couldn't have played the ball any better. And Myles Gaskin comes down with it. Myles Gaskin had a pretty good day. He didn't run the ball that much, but in the pass game, he had a few nice passes and some nifty moves. Devon Achane, he was really quick with the ball. It's hard to tell when they're running in between the tackles because they're not actually, you know, with pads on, so you're not really going super hard, super strong. So it's kind of like when you have that, like, okay, yeah, he hit him here, but is that a tackle, or is that, you know, is he going to take that, bounce off, and run? Like, we don't know necessarily yet how well he's going to take those hits. He did mention that he can't wait to put on the pads and show these guys what he can do. So I'm excited to see him in pads. Savon Ahmed, bro, best runner on the day by far. If we had to pick out of the running backs who had a great day, it would be Savon Ahmed. We didn't really see too much of Mostert in the 11-on-11s. It was mostly Ahmed and Achane. We saw a little bit of Mostert, a little bit of Gaskin, but it was mostly those two. Jeff Wilson was not at practice today. Didn't disclose why he was not there. Freddie Swain also absent from practice. And then so when they came back, they did more 11-on-11s, and Tua took a sack. Tua also, let me tell you, he looks a little fast. He looks a little fast, man. He had one play, he rolled out. Now, I'm not sure if they counted this as a sack or not, but it got to the point where Jalen Phillips and Christian Wilkins were on his tail, and he outran them and then cut upfield into the end zone. Now, I'm not sure if that technically was a sack or not, because they probably could have dove and got him. There was a couple plays where they didn't call sacks where it probably should have been a sack. Tua also, there was one designed rollout that he did in the red zone with Alec Ingold. I think someone posted a video on it, and just an absolute dot. Now, there was like he had one person chasing him, two people in between him and Alec Ingold, and then everybody else behind Alec Ingold, and he made a great throw to Alec Ingold on the run, rolling to his left, and then Ingold cut upfield, made it to the pylon for the touchdown. So this was actually the first red zone work that they've actually done, and of course they did it for us fans in person. I love to see it. But really, guys, like, on the day, it was fairly even in like the first half of 11-on-11s between the offense and defense. The second half of 11-on-11s, though, it was straight up just, there was no interceptions, I will say that, but there was a lot of sacks. The defensive line just absolutely dominant. Now, the secondary did do really well. In particular, Kader Kohu. Didn't see too much of X, but Igbo did really well out there. Cam Smith did really well today. It looked like at one point he may have tweaked something in his leg. He was stretching it out or something during individuals. But then he came back and man, what a practice he had. When they were talking about him having his ups and downs, I definitely saw that today. But his ups were so good, such tight coverage. Like the catches that were made over him or around him were just great throws and great catches. And that's just all around what happened. Whenever something was caught, it was a great throw, great catch. There was nothing easy given to the offense today. It was just the offense made good plays at certain times, but the defense did make more plays, in my personal opinion. And the defensive line, I can't say enough about how well they worked. And I do want to say some guys I would want you to watch out for is Brandon Peely, undrafted free agent defensive tackle, and obviously y'all know your boy Aubrey Miller. Y'all need to be on the lookout for those two guys in the Dolphins defense. Just absolutely just wrecking balls in there. Having great times. Eli Apple, I know y'all are all curious about him. He was thrown into the fire today, so I can't really say, he looked decent for a guy that, hasn't been with a team all summer long, pretty much all offseason. He hasn't been with a team, so he didn't look too bad in that aspect. He did get burned by Waddle. He lined up against Waddle quite a bit. He didn't line up against Tyreek. I think they're saving that for Monday. Tyreek did tweet about that, saying Monday's practice going to be fun. So I think tomorrow there's going to be a lot of one-on-ones, and Jacob and I will be there, and we will be letting y'all know about that. But let me go ahead and wrap this up. Overall, if Jalen Phillips has the orange jersey tomorrow, I'm just going to say I told y'all so. Savon Ahmed played really well today. That's who stood out to me on offense, as well as Waddle, but we almost expect that from Waddle. Easy E made some great plays also. Braylon Sanders got open a couple times, but, just bad throws, couldn't reel it in. Defensive line just pressure. It's all it was. Run game, I'm not sure if our offensive line is that bad or if our defensive line is that good. That's going to be one thing to keep on watching, keep on seeing. We need to be able to get some wins against our defensive line if I'm going to even remotely feel comfortable with this offensive line. Obviously, Teron Armstead not in there just yet, but that just is what it is. All right, till next time, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share this with all your friends, and I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces.